Yo, it's your boy Willet. This is a special edition of Willet's Football Fridays because the draft is today. So, of course, this can't come out on Friday when the draft's already started. So, we are going to be doing another mock draft. So, I had this idea that I did one where I couldn't accept any trades, one where I could accept trades if I deemed it fit, but I thought this would be fun right before the draft tonight. I wish I could go live for it. I'm going to try to hopefully get live, at least for our pick, or I will at least release a video or something, because that is usually around my lunchtime, so I might get lucky. I bet at least pop on live or something real fast. Well, actually, don't even have enough subscribers to do it live yet, so I don't know what I'm talking about. But I'll have at least a video out. I mean, I'm a betting man on that we're drafting Fernando, but so I want to do a mock draft, which they made some changes to the draft simulator because it says team needs, but now they have low priority. Because I thought it was funny that, it didn't mention needing a running back or like a tight end, linebacker, which I was drafting them in the previous ones. But so my idea for this mock draft, because I don't want to mumble on, is now it's a mix of the last two, where now each pick that comes up, when it's my turn to pick, to make this difficult basically and to be challenging and weird, I have to accept one trade minimum. So I can't use the first pick. I can't decline. I have to accept one of these 4 trades that I have here, basically just to make this difficult and entertaining and rack my brain. So let's see. Definitely not. I am not going all the way back to 21. Like, maybe we'll throw in the caveat if they're all horrible offers. Like, if the value is lower than what I'm being offered, then maybe I have the option to decline. But if it's a reasonable one, I have to accept one. So I hope the Jets are sending me number 2. I thought you... Oh. So let's see. Okay, pick 3. 34, 65, and then a first and second next year. Okay. That's the one I was hoping for. So since I have to accept, because that's how we're doing it, and I know I had somebody tell me in my trade one that they lost me as soon as they saw me trade pick 1, but I pretty much asked to look at the value, right? That's the thing, is you have to look at the value. Is one great player, well, good. I can't say if Fernando's going to be great, but I know he's going to be good. Is one good player... Are Raiders one good player away? No. So when I get all these picks, 2, 16, 33, and then I believe Raiders already have like pick 36, is one good player worth like 4? Come on. Okay. So I accept. So now I can counter because I accepted one. So heck no. Alright. And I'm going to do just like the last time we were here. I'm taking Mr. David Bailey. Or was it David Bailey that I liked? Yes, because I wanted an end. I just noticed they had him as linebacker right here. But he most likely... Okay, so they're dimming him. Okay, so he's not really a... Yeah, so I'm taking David Bailey. That's just a nasty rotation with max and Quiddy pay. And now I got 16. So I think out of fairness to myself, too, if it's not my original draft pick, well, I don't know. As I said, every. Yeah, I did. Yeah, every pick. Damn it. So, 19. So, I will take... Damn, that one sucks. So, I'm going to use my rule of the Cub... Man, that's still pretty far. I will accept this one. So, I think we're going to do that if it wasn't my original draft pick, I can decline trades. So, I'm going to decline all trades here. Because 16 wasn't my original, but I have to accept 36. A trade at 36. I think that's fair. And I'm definitely taking a tackle because we need to protect our quarterback. So, alright. So, 33 was part of the trade. So, I'm going to use my reject. So, I'm taking our quarterback. So, now I have to accept this one because this is my original draft. So, let's see. 41 and 72, and I give up 117. I'll do, okay, so I'll take that one for sure. So on pick 67, I'll do the trade thing again because just kind of where we are. Did I get a DT? No, I do want a DT. And my boy Lee Hunter's here. So this changes things because we really need a DT. So let me go ahead and get, I am taking Lee Hunter. Alright, so let's see. Trade time. This is the only one? Okay, so for me the value is just not here, so I'm going to use my value decline and we'll see what happens at 72. Caleb Banks. I can't believe he's here. Yoink. Taking Caleb Banks. Okay. So 72 to 75. Well, I said I have to accept, so. Luckily, I'm kind of in that range. There's not, I mean, there is somebody on, but I can wait, so. So I think here I'm going to start declining because they're not even giving me picks in this round. I'm just moving back. I'm not gaining anything, so I think we're going to just start declining trade offers. Unless they're doubling up this draft. Alright. Kamari's still here. Yep. Because you can play safety or nickel. Helps our secondary. Yeah, so now that the drafts aren't... Okay, so this one is... They're giving me a pick in this draft. So I'm going to go ahead and follow our role where I have to accept. So, which stinks because those two tight ends are probably going to be gone, but... Yep. See, that's what makes this hard. Tacario Davis. Yeah, big dude. Listen to pressure, processing in zone, press man matching ability. Corner or wide receiver, dang it. What do I pick again? 134. Okay, let me see, because you might still be there. I'm going to try to nail you. So let me get my corner. And we hope he's still there at wide receiver. Oh, we're here. So he's there. Kalon Black is still there. So we're going with low priority, running back. He's probably going to be gone now, huh? Yeah, that's okay. Let me check out Mr. Jordan. Former four-star recruit, played his first season at TCU. Go-to red zone threat. Okay. I like that, I like that. Who did you play for? Okay. Oh, TCU. First season at TCU. 6'1", 193. Just is a blocker. But I mean, at this late though, you could see if you can get that out of him, you know. So let me take our wide receiver. Is that one big tight end? Yeah, I better just get our wide receiver. Okay. Well, I'm not even getting trade offers anymore. It's just because it's so late in the draft now. Wow, Drew Aller. Oh, is that my tight end that I drafted last time? Yeah. I like him a lot. So I'm going to take him, Matthew Hebner. I took him in one of the drafts. He's just huge. Good. He'll be a good target for Ty. And then, so I've taken care of. I got a defensive end, a tackle, wide receiver. Actually, I believe I did 2 defensive tackles. Yeah, I ended up getting 2 defensive tackles. I got our quarterback. I have not done guard though. We do have Inez right here. Okay. Joined the Hurricanes as a 3-star recruit. Started a combined 26 games at left guard before turning to that role. Working in a phone booth. That's right. That could be taught though. Not locking in on a rush assignment too often and then leaving either stunters or late blitzers unblocked. But I mean that's all coaching. Slow footed and explosive. See, now that is hard. I mean, you could be taught ways to maybe work around that a little bit, but I mean, if you're physically slow footed stuff, I mean, hopefully working on like footwork and stuff will kind of get that, and maybe they can help him kind of drive better. But I mean, this is one of those things where he's being picked, it's, you know, it's low risk. So I'm taking our guard. And lastly, 208. Oh man, do I take another wide receiver? I already got the safety, huh? Yes. I kind of would like another wide receiver because I'm not a fan of our wide receiver. Some of our wide receiver room. I feel like the depth is a little. So I don't have a lot of faith in Jack Besh. I don't know why. And I have more faith in Besh than Dante Thornton. I think Dante Thornton might end up being a draft miss. Hopefully with new coaching, maybe he turns into something. He was not effective at all. Bullet frame got some impressive reduction building hip sink, wide catch radius. That's what we need for sure. Just needs to improve him properly using his length. Yeah, but you see that's teachable. Okay, I'm in. Mr. Harrison Wallace, you're joining the Raiders because, I feel like he could beat somebody. Like, he might even be able to knock out a Dante Thornton Jr. and stuff. But, okay, anyway, man, this was harder. I'm kind of surprised I still got a B+, because I did not want to trade those picks, so it definitely made me have to think a little bit more. So, scored really well at the beginning. It got harder at the end. I know. If anyone's watching that's like, why would you trade the first pick? This was just for entertainment. It's not what I would really do. You get your quarterback. Lincoln Kennedy, I agree with Lincoln Kennedy where he's like, don't be cute. Get the guy. So, in the real world, we wouldn't be waiting the however long, 10 minutes, 15 minutes. As soon as the draft would go live, that card would already be waiting for Goodell and be like, read it. So let's go ahead and go over my picks here. Got a B+. I knew some of them would be ranked a little lower because I did get them higher, but because I knew I was going to have to trade back, I knew some of them are going to be a little, at the possibility of a trade back, I was taking people a little earlier. So, but at the beginning, scored really well. Got David Bailey, who I believe is one of the best defensive ends. Spencer Fano, really good offensive tackle, I feel like. Especially since we have a good offensive line coach, I feel like that's going to be great. We got Ty, and I know a lot of people don't like it, but I feel like he's got some good upside too, and he'll get to sit and learn. I mean, let's look at him. He's see, they say he's frustratingly small, but he's taller than me, and I'm 6 foot even. He's 6'1". I mean, that's not small to me. Like, I mean, yeah, I know the linemen are gonna be bigger, but I don't feel like he's that small. And see, this is the thing. They're not going to have to work on his throwing form at all. He's got good form. His hip torque is good. Shows he can quickly discern coverages, like pre-snap and anticipate over the middle. Like, the mental is good, right? It does say, so like here is processing and can be hot and cold. But see, I feel like for Kubek's offense too, you don't need like an elite arm strength, right? I mean, like, yeah, you want to hit it if it's there, but I feel like we're gonna not really be like trying to bomb it unless it's there. But we don't need, like, I feel like it's gonna be a lot more kind of gadgety, people just kind of sneaking out and getting open and a lot of yards after the catch. I think our offense is going to be more based on that. So, I feel like this works. So we'll see. But if I just didn't do this for fun though, I would be definitely taking Fernando. Okay, so we'll quickly read through the rest. Lee Hunter got a B minus. Caleb Banks B. I feel like that rounds out the defensive tackle room pretty well. Two big space eaters. Kamari Ramsey got a B plus. I liked him because he could play nickel corner or safety, so that not only pushes, that kind of pushes both. It gives that sense of competition that he can come in and take over. Takario Davis got an A minus. I liked that as well. Just again, if you improve the depth, it improves the overall team, right? The people fighting for starting spots. If the competition improves, the whole team improves. So, Kalen Black, I know it was a reach, but I want a nice 1-2 punch. Jordan Hudson got a C plus. Kind of a bit of reach on these ones. Mainly, kind of went by need. The tight end was just because he's like this. He's a big target. He'd be good for like red zone and things like that. I feel like. Ness Cooper got a B minus. We got to address the guard spot, and then the Harrison Waller got us an A minus. And kind of the same thing. Just, I mean, if you, well, you're probably to rank lower too, but that basically makes up for Jordan Hudson's low grade earlier, and then it gives us some wide receiver depth. Again, more competition. If you improve the bottom level talent that's going to be lower on the depth chart, it just makes everyone above better, right? So that's kind of what I'm thinking. So B plus, and then the pretty cool thing is I was able to nab a second first for next year. So, and we did come out ahead. So they gave our draft grades a. Oh, I see. So the trade with the New York Jets, they gave me an A minus. Trade with Cincinnati was a B. Trade with Denver was a B minus, and the trade with Dallas was a B. So they did rate my moves pretty well. So that is going to be all for today, y'all. Hope you enjoyed our this weird hard draft where I had to accept trades unless the value was just horrible. Yeah, it really made me think because I see my guys that I did want like flying off the board, and it was just like, ugh. But so, give me your, give me your grades and what you think in the comments, and if you're on the train that we're getting Fernando or not, I'm driving that train, so I don't see them taking the trade offer that. Even if that exact offer from the Jets comes up, I just don't see them taking it. But you never know. Weirder stuff has happened. But I'm pretty sure Fernando's our guy, so we'll see what happens tonight. It is on. I believe it starts around 8 o'clock Eastern, 5 o'clock Pacific, so check that out. We got to represent y'all. We need to be heavy in those comments and stuff. Give a Raiders. So, peace. This video is going to come out before the draft, so hopefully you're watching, and I'll see you guys next time on this early episode of WILLET'S Football Fridays. Also, support me on YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram, wherever you're watching this. Hit follow, like, or subscribe. I'm also on Twitch. We had Warcraft Wednesdays yesterday. That is at the username WILLET'S. You'll see on my TikTok, YouTube, and Instagram, you'll see my little advertisements of when I'm going live. So if you want to hit a follow on there too, that would be awesome. And we talked about all kinds of things yesterday. Because while I'm playing, I was talking about live, talking about old memories in the game, how it was basically a coping skill. I'm a mental health professional, so we focus on coping skills a lot. So, so it's a coping experience too. So, definitely check that out. Thank you for your time. I'm going to wrap it here. Stay tuned for the next time on WILLET'S Football Fridays. Peace.